Ricker and Bond Planet, welcome back. This is the most educational, straight to the point, hyper information CEO, employee, United States Great Resignation episode. Why is there a record-breaking number of CEOs leaving their position? Why are companies letting go 10% of their workforce? And why is 10% that number? You will learn that in just about 1 minute after this lovely intro. You can't beat the Clippers, Snoop Dogg said. You know, what is this S? Thanks for listening. Enjoy.
How come you don't want me? You know that blue style you're looking for? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up?
Can't beat the fucking Clippers. Y'all make me sick with this shit.
Well, listen to this.
Politicians are a lot like that. Should be changed frequently for the same reason.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
We find it now.
Protect your city.
New Ricker Bond. I'ma need a bigger bag for the cohort. Trying to make a millionaire out of slum dogs. Bet that head crack blunt force. Cozy with the East Africans up north where 7 make it 3 turn to 10 by law. Crescent moon wins when I blinked it was gone. Let the Chris smack no sheath on the sword. Made it by the skin of my teacher and God. Rockin' Liz Claiborne, had her stressing up the wall playing Mary J songs. Rainy day came, couldn't rinse the stains off. Long way to go, we already came far. Story stayed the same, it was never made up. Threw me loose change, look at what I made of it. When the mood change, I'm a poker face. It's a new day, who got all the aces? Who be folding late, who know when to play dead? Who sit up straight when the roof caved in? Had a full play, you ain't wanna split.
Ricker and Bond, everybody. There was a small hiatus, all right? Thank you, everyone, for still listening, even though we were gone, all right? Sometimes leave, sometimes you come back. I think the first week was because everyone was traveling. Bond and Ricker and Bond were traveling. One was in Europe, one was in Dirty South. And then the next week, you know, something happens. We were going hard for like 5 years. Our average hit percentage of week is probably high. It's probably in the 90, maybe batting a 0.8 or so. So thanks everyone for listening. Thank you so much if you're listening right now. rickerandbond.com. Put that in on your phone. Go over to iPhone Studio stores where podcasts exist. Go to rickerandbond.com. You go straight there. It's an easy, efficient way to give us 5 stars because that helps. This is going to be basically just a freaking CEO and job employees getting wrecked in the U.S. economy. And, you know, I don't know about Switzerland. I don't know about Norway, Norwegian economy. Shout out. But there's a whole lot percolating right now. Every CEO is like, yeah, we're stopping hiring. 16% of CEOs are leaving. The actual number is CEO exits in April 2022, highest on record since 2002 for January to April. 518 CEOs have left their posts, the highest January-April total since the firm, shout out Challenger Gray, began tracking monthly CEO changes in 2002. There's a lot of companies, but even from that, Facebook, longtime chief operating officer, Sheryl freaking Sandberg, been there for 14 years, 14 profitable years. And she's saying, I'm out of here. Your boy Bezos said, I'm out of here. Your boy Musk said, we're not hiring any more people. We're probably going to lay off 10% of people. 10% is a sick number. Everybody loves 10%. Binance Labs, 2 executives. We're out of here. That's Binance's venture capital arm. 2 veteran employees, Binance Labs head Bill Chen is set to lead the firm, and executive director Nicole Zhang already out of here. Peace, arrivederci. Biggest sector for CEO or executive, CEOs specifically, leaving. Government, nonprofit entities. 118 CEOs from nonprofit entities. The public sector kind of nonprofit, public-y. 53% increase from 2021. Second place, 47 CEOs said, out of here, I'm out of here, in the technology sector in the United States of North America. Back maybe a handful of months ago, credit where credit's due. Ian freaking Dunlap, my guy, said, yo, check it. If top CEOs, he had a specific number, and I don't have that number. I will get that number, and if I'll put it on Twitter or something, I'll retweet Mr. Dunlap at John David Ricker. What's good? And they're leaving, man. Everyone's leaving. Say, we're out of here. Walmart says reducing inventory. They've had a wee bit of a surplus in this sick business cycle that all the young cats are learning at hyper speed for the first time ever since getting and investing in 2020 when everything was sick. Quantitative easing, sick. Walmart says, hey, to get rid of this stuff, it's going to take a couple quarters. About a fifth of the 32% jump in inventory. So all the supplies that you see on Walmart shelves, bikes, basketballs, Band-Aids, boomerangs, blow up floaty. I was going to say blow up dolls, but blow up pool floaties. All that stuff on the shelves. We have too much, Walmart says. And a fifth of the 32% jump in all that stuff came from merchandise piling up, says John Furner, chief of Walmart's U.S. operations, who's probably leaving with the rest of Walmart. The Waltons probably leaving Walmart. It's just time. Probably not. Another chunk of the increase came from the desired replenishment of goods after supply chain disruptions. So you got a sucking out effect. If Walmart inventory is tides, the tide was way not on shore. Low tide, no inventory, no supply. And it was like, yo, let me get that supply. Let me get my basketballs. Let me get my blow up floaties. Let me get my boomerangs. Flooded freaking Walmart shelves. And then U.S. citizens probably got the bell and said, hey, go outside. This COVID stuff, it's over. We need money back. And everyone's buying up all the balls, but can't buy enough balls in Walmart. And John Furner, chief of Walmart's U.S. operations, says it's probably another couple quarters until we manage the inventory down to where we want it. We have too much balls. People aren't buying enough balls. John Furner says, we thought everybody would be buying these balls. We bought hella balls. We got too many balls. No one's buying them. It was the first time Furner and CEO Doug McMillon faced Wall Street since Walmart cut its profit outlook May 17th, promoting the biggest one-day stock plunge since 1987. A lot of firsts here. Remember a couple months ago? Remember a year ago? When there was a lot of firsts, a lot of all-time highs. Shout out, I forget his name off top, but now I don't because I remember it because, gosh darn it, I thought me saying that would remember. It's an MC. Cryptic One. Everything, don't you know, everything goes in cycles. Had a big inflated cycle. Stocks. Profits. QE, getting out of here. Quantitative easing means the government's buying a bunch of financial products, which inflates financial product pricing. It's about as simple as I can make it right now. I can make it even simpler, and I'll tell you later. Walmart probably saw sick profits 2020, 2021. Maybe not profits, actually. Maybe they did now. I don't know. I should know. McMillan, CEO of Walmart, Walton, Wally World. Shout out that song. Looking to trim expenses while working with suppliers to limit price increases. McMillan said he's concerned about the harm to U.S. households from high inflation rates, particularly if price increases remain elevated for months to come. To soften the impact on households and compete with dollar stores, he said Walmart plans to limit price hikes on basic goods such as canned tuna and macaroni and cheese. I mean, if you don't love just a good narrative of tuna and mac and cheese, get out of here. Ricker and Bond, that's what it does. Baby formula. Not really sure what was going on with that. But apparently, freaking no baby formula in the United States. I'm not sure about Norway, but 10%. Your boy Musk said it. Your boy Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan. Everybody's now in the press. which means they were probably signaled a year and a half ago. Bezos stepped down. I guess Iger stepped down a little years before that, but maybe he saw that coming. Tesla, Coinbase, Meta, layoffs, hiring freezes. Head of JP Morgan, El Banco himself, says, oh, it's a big hurricane coming. Business leader most people listen to, Jamie Dimon. This is a hurricane. A lot of firing, a lot of halting of workers. Musk sent out a memo, said, hey, you poop heads working for me. If you're working here, you got to be in a physical plant. He probably did that, plus made it public to ruffle some employee feathers, maybe cut out a little bit of the fat. Say, if you don't want to work here, physically, quit. Ooh, people quit. They don't have to fire them. Ooh, level 2 thinking. Here we go. Level 3 thinking. Automation. All these CEOs leaving. Ooh, maybe I don't want to have a rap sheet of firing 30% of my employees to replace them with more efficient automation. And 4th level thinking. Who's going to supply the automation that replaces 10%, 20%, 30% of workers? Musk's email to Tesla staff on Thursday suggested 10% of salaried workers are on the chopping block, about to get fired, about to get booted, following an earlier statement that Tesla staff needed to get back to the office. Everyone at Tesla is required to spend a minimum of 40 hours in the office per week, Musk wrote in an email. According to Reuters, said if you don't show up, we will assume you have resigned. Equals, hey, I don't got to fire you. I'll do the you fire yourself for me. With tech being the second most CEO fled sector from this report, challengergray.com, shout out. Stepped down, retired, no reason given. The third sector, you ask, healthcare. Entertainment, leisure, saw 37 CEOs get out of here. So people probably don't know the average amount of CEOs that exit. It seems to be about around low 400s, maybe an average of 420, 400 of CEOs that exit in January to April, according to Challenger Gray and Christmas Incorporated. And 518 CEOs left their position in January 2022 to April 2022, the highest since 2002. in 2020. In fact, that's even more interesting. 513 left in 2019. 440 CEOs left in 2021. Business cycles, my friends. CEOs are joining the Great Resignation, trading fatigue for family time, says CNBC News. Amazon, CEO of the company's worldwide consumer business, resigning July 1st. Dave Clark. Clark has been an important right hand for the firm's CEO, Andy Jassy, a key figure in expanding Amazon's sprawling logistics network. Jassy, in a blog post, said, "The past few years have been among the most challenging and unpredictable we've faced in the history of Amazon's consumer business. And I, Andy Jassy, am particularly appreciative of Dave's leadership during that time." Clark said in a tweet, "It was time for him to build again," which is a great segue. A lot of lows. Where are these CEOs going? Maybe they're tired of CEOing. Maybe they know a little rough waters are coming and they don't want that on their marks on their sheet. Or, as Dave Clark, the CEO of a pretty integral part of Amazon's business, maybe he and so many other people want to build a business, build their business portfolio, buy businesses, make businesses, build businesses in a time where it's the lowest in terms of cycles, in terms of business cycles, in terms of economy. Nike founder Phil Knight, your boy, said, let me buy an NBA team real quick. The founder of Nike made a $2 billion bid for NBA's Portland Trail Blazers team. Phil Knight owns Oregon Ducks. Big supporter of a university, the main university in Oregon, yeah? Founded Nike. I forget his book, but now might be a good time, Phil Knight thinks, to try to buy an NBA team. Pro pickleball on the rise. I don't know what pickleball is, but I do know that someone that is very positive and says you have a lot of time left went public saying, I'm trying to get into this pickleball thing, right? A lot of VCs investing in crypto. Hedge fund manager Alan Howard, says the block, explain why he's investing across the entire crypto ecosystem. In 2022 Q1, let's look at venture capital movements in the crypto realm. Why don't we? Why don't we look at that, huh? Because we can, and we will. And I am kind of talking like this because I have to bring up the link. 2022 Q1. How much money was pumped into crypto? The number of blockchain-related deals by VC reached 514 in 2022. The top 10 deals range from $385 million to $1.5 billion. The top 10 were at $1 billion or above. Your boys over at, and girls, over at A16Z announced $2.2 billion crypto fund. New one. Also, spawning from that, like Tiger Cubs, shout out Tiger Capital, I believe. New funds such as Han and Bain Capital, recent additions, said, hey, we're going to leave A16Z. We're actually going to go do our own thing. I think they might be related, but I don't think so. Over $5.7 billion of capital investment activity was concentrated in the expansion stages of crypto-related firms. So Dave Clark leaving Amazon, try to go build something. Is that where Sheryl Sandberg's going? Is that where other CEOs 300 of them are leaving to go? Are they leaving at the top? Is that where Binance Labs, Bill Chin, and Nicole Zhang are going? Is that where everybody leaving Google to go make their own crypto company are going? Maybe. That's what I would do right now. That's what I'm doing right now. Prepare yourself in probably the worst economic time that young people have seen yet. In order, one, purely defensive, give yourself a leg up so you are not at the whim of other people being able to fire you and cut off one stream, the only stream you might have if you're an employee, to get money. Whereas if you have 78 streams of business, 78 streams of income with multiple businesses, building a business portfolio, buying some businesses, making some businesses, a side project as you are an employee to get more income, being able to fire your boss, fire the notion that you only have one stream of income coming in, because if there's a big boulder coming down on that stream and you only have one little lane of water coming in to feed you and your family, and there's about 70 boulders, you're going to run dry. You're going to hit that drought season. But if you have 78, there's only 70 boulders, then you have at least 8 streams, oceans, streams leading to your ocean of income in the worst of times, if all 70 boulders are plopped down on that river. Shout out Phillip Rivers. Those were the links I had. Those were all the links I had. Citadel Securities, Luna Foundation Guard, LOL. Go peep the first in-person podcast. I think that might be the episode before this, actually. And learn a tiny bit about Luna and Terra stablecoin. Cross River Digital Ventures and Fireblocks are the top firms that made deals in the VC realm. A16Z, 2.2 billion. FTX, 2 billion. A16Z, aka Andreessen Horowitz, announced a $2.2 billion crypto fund. The largest sector A16Z is focused on in Q1 was infrastructure with 12 deals, Web3 with 5 deals, and DeFi and NFTs, each the focus of one deal. See what big people are doing. CEOs are stepping down. What are the top countries doing? What are the top entities that are not a business, not a country, but act like that? What are they doing? Ricker and Bond. I'm going to scroll through news, see if there's anything that I want to talk about. And I don't think there is. Fortune favors the smart. I'm going to wrap it there. Like I said, this is the CEO exit episode, the employee halt episode. Shout out the masters of the space. Shout out Ian Dunlap, who said all of that about 9 months ago. Called the recession about blah, blah months ago. Even before, when your very own Bonjen said a recession. That was about 6 months after other people. Be nice. Call someone you love. Think strategically. Be disciplined in your life. You'll be disciplined in other areas. Happiness and money are a byproduct of something else. I don't know what that something else is. Probably self-mastery. Maybe helping people. Shout out the Go Giver. Semi-quasi book club Go read The Go-Giver. It's one of those where it's like The Alchemist, but business-oriented. It's like a capitalist alchemist. It's a nice parable. Black Swan investors watching for the greatest credit bubble to pop. Bloomberg. Maybe go read that. Good day.